Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a 2011 limited edition of 20 pieces in rose gold. This is the Bethune DB10 Re-edition, a tribute to one of the early models built by the company in its formative years. The original DB10, of course, made in the mid-2000s and powered by an A Schild caliber that was not manufactured. This model is all de Bethune, as they constructed the case, the dial, and yes, the movement inside. So if you are a classicist and you like David Zanetta's early design work and the cabochon-style lugs, this is the watch for you. The timepiece measures 42 millimeters in diameter, and all things considered, a very reasonable 10.5 millimeters thick considering the radial date, automatic winding, and 6-day power reserve. This is a slim watch. It's also very compact across the wrist at only 45.6 millimeters lug tip to lug tip with a 22 millimeter spacing between the lugs. The timepiece is easy to wear. On my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, you can see it is extremely comfortable and a great fit. I can recommend it for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference, and I rarely say that of 42 millimeter watches. You can see it's nice and flat, very comfortable, sits low, easily slides underneath the dress cuff. If you love de Bethune's watchmaking, the engineering, the uncompromising standards, the manufacturer pedigree, but you don't like some of the open dial models and you don't like the floating lugs, this is the watch for you. The timepiece is very comfortable, and I should show you, equipped with a large rectangular scale alligator leather strap. It is a reddish medium brown with a little bit of bolstering to add some volume. You can see that the strap is folded at its edges with a monotone stitch on its underside. You can see that it uses calfskin, and it is a de Bethune factory strap in good condition, not new condition, but good condition. It's equipped with a simple, no-nonsense, streamlined and tapered rose gold pin buckle. And here we have the hallmarks of early de Bethune design. Right up till about 2008, you would see this a lot on the early DB models with this conventional round case, and then later on the DBS models in part of their lug profile. These are known as the torpedo, the bullet, or the ogival lug profiles. Some also call them the cabochon. You can see that the lugs are rather short and stubby, allowing this watch to be incredibly narrow across the wrist and fit well on a small wrist. Everything is of high polish. You can see that there's both faceting and knurling on the flank of the crown. The bezel is rounded and domed, and you can see the mid case is defined by the cantilevered lips of the bezel and the case back. You can also see that the lugs have a little bit of a break with the case band. They're not completely integrated, so there's a lot of detail to appreciate. The dial features two patterns of guilloche. You can see there is an écaille de poisson, or a fish scale outboard, and then a lovely soleil or sunburst set of rosettes emanating out from the center. You have a satin finished date track, and everything on the dial that's printed is printed in blue for a lovely and subtle blue on silver contrast. You can see there's also a track outboard for gauging the seconds and minutes, and then we have fired titanium hands, lancet style, counterweighted for the seconds, and then leaf style or feuille for the hours and minutes, with a little gold indicator for the date. Now, center second de Bethune watches are extremely uncommon. You do not see many of them in any model line in any era. So this watch has a handy and easily readable center second. It also features a quick set system for the dates. You can rapidly set it should the watch run down or encounter an irregular length month. Now, the timepiece does include a 6-day automatic winding power reserve. It's a twin barrel movement. The standard automatic at de Bethune is known as the 2024. This is the 2124. It's somewhat simplified. You can see that rather than the triple parachute shock protection here, it has a conventional full balance bridge, and rather than de Bethune's patented balance, we have a conventional balance with Edelkrone regulation, but it's still beautifully made and handsomely designed with an architecture becoming of de Bethune. You can see that the mass is cantilevered far outboard of the rotor bearing its center, so it's a very efficient winder. Two barrels, self-adjusting, that's patented. The 6-day power reserve, the full balance bridge, making it more shock tolerant. You can see there's a snail cam micrometric adjustment mechanism that can be used for very fine tuning. It beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and as you can see, this was an edition of 20 pieces for 2011. This, and you can see it even says 2011 re-edition. This is number 4 of 20. So this is a very, very special watch. A 31 jewel movement With a lot of what makes this brand great being case, dial, and movement all de Bethune. In a lot of ways, it surpasses the original, which used a rather rough-cut shilled caliber. This one has the pedigree inside and out from a brand that makes only 150 watches a year, and since its creation in 2002, de Bethune has built fewer than 3,000 watches, and that is the ultimate in exclusivity. This is an independent brand on the rise, and this is one of its most wearable references. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details, and please, this being 30 meters water resistant, do not take it swimming. Time out, Tim out, and thanks for logging on.